This is the audio recording when I visited Rocky Friend's second week of September to inform him. 2018.
There is a taste in here that you cannot find in other vegetables. And the more you eat, the more it's become tasty and you keep on, asking for it.
What this farmer in Hawaii is talking about is not a vegetable, it's a tree. And while Vicky Domingo says it has an unusual flavor, there's more to this tree than meets the taste buds.
You keep on eating and eating and you can feel your body is more energetic, more healthy, and you can see the difference. You're not dropping, you keep on, just so active. You have to remove one by one like this.
Domingo says she has grown this tree on her farm for more than 25 years. She harvests moringa twice a week all year round. Every week, Domingo sends 1,000 pounds of moringa to the mainland. The rest of it ends up here at a Honolulu farmer's market, where most of her customers have eaten it their entire lives.
Well, in the Philippines, it's a third country. In other words, not a rich country. We cannot afford to go to the doctor for medicinal purposes. So we use this in our daily lives so we can have more energy, more vitamins to supplement our daily nutrition in our body.
The tree is called moringa, or as the Filipinos call it, marongay.
An awful lot of cultures have one or more plants that are kind of markers that people think of themselves when they think of that plant.
Dr. Will McClatchy is an ethnobotanist at the University of Hawaii. He studies the ways that humans interact with plants.
If you drive around Honolulu here, you'll see a lot of houses have at least one marongay in the yard, maybe a little forest of them, and that's a pretty good indicator that there's a Filipino family there.
Jokingly, we say it our Filipino banner, which is our Filipino flag. Once you see this, that means all Filipino stays there.
Domingo says there are many nutritional and medicinal uses for moringa.
All parts of the tree are usable, from the roots to the stem, to the leaves, to the flowers, and to the pod. The roots, you can use that as a tea. And then the trunk, you can scrape it, squeeze it, get the juice, put in your cut skin, and your skin will heal.
Some of this may be folktale, but some cultures have used moringa as a medicinal plant for thousands of years. McClatchy says moringa is worthy of its reputation as a tree with unusual nutritional properties.
Thank you. Moringa is one of these trees that is a multi-purpose plant that fulfills such a high percentage of kind of basic needs that when people get used to using it, they really can't see what it's like to live without it.
And many cultures don't. Today, moringa is used as a remedy and, in essence, a multivitamin in many of the world's warmest regions.
Moringa is used widely in Africa and South Asia, and it's been introduced into South America and Central America, where it's also being used. So, this is not just a plant of a single community.
We were just talking this morning with one of the owners of this plantation, and he was telling me how the last time he was here, he had a handful of moringa leaves and that he worked all morning on it and felt great.
Dr. Mark Olson is a botanist and a leading expert on moringa. He teaches at Instituto de Biología, Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México in Mexico City. Here, he is visiting a new moringa farm about 2 hours outside the city limits.
So they've just planted these here, and soon they'll be nice and big.
Olson says that while moringa can grow in places like Mexico or Hawaii, the tree is native to arid subtropical regions, places like Africa and southern India, hot places where moringa has proven its persistence.
And this is a plant that really does do extraordinarily well in some of the most difficult areas, in areas that are very hot, areas that are very dry, areas where other things are very difficult to cultivate. Look at the little tuber there. This is one of the reasons it survives so well in dry areas. Also, they're storing lots of water in the wood. So that's one of the reasons this is such a remarkable tree. They don't have particularly deep roots. That's sort of a myth about moringas, that they survive because they have deep roots. No, they're storing water in their roots and their trunk.
But moringa, says Olson, does a lot more than just survive, despite the tree's sometimes scraggly appearance.
I don't think they're actually the most attractive tree. They're more a tree that you look at and you sort of love the way you love a scruffy friend or a scruffy dog. Because the branches sort of splay here and there, and they get burdened down with huge quantities of fruits on them. And that's actually what makes the tree so remarkable, is that it's such a generous tree.
And that's because people have found multiple uses for so much of the tree, including its seeds.
They're full of oil. You press the seeds, and then this wonderful aromatic oil comes oozing out, which you can use for cooking, you can use for cosmetics or lubrication or whatever. And the cake, the press cake, the stuff that's left over after pressing the seed, that is what's used for water purification.
Water purification, Olson says, is especially useful in developing countries where clean water is hard to come by. But the benefits don't stop there.
Some of the things I think are most exciting about moringa is, for example, the high vitamin content. There's a lot of vitamin A in the leaves. And worldwide, that's a problem. A lot of people have problems in development of their eyes because they don't have enough vitamin A.
Moringa's vitamin A content, and its content of vitamins in general, has caught the attention of scientists around the world.
So I started to read about moringa, and I was absolutely amazed about the richness in nutrients, in many antioxidant compounds, in vitamins.
Dr. Monica Marcoux is a pharmacologist who has studied many plants. She has done extensive research on moringa and says it has significant nutritional potency. This subject is one of the topics of her recently published book, Miracle Tree.
To me, it was just a natural pathway from my scientific background and my love for trees to writing this exciting book on one of the most exciting and extraordinary trees of our world.
Marcoux spends much of her time looking at trees and plants, both as a pharmacologist and as an artist. While Marcoux, the nature photographer, is grabbing shots of plants, Marcoux, the pharmacologist, says she has a bigger concern.
We are having an epidemic of cancer and cardiovascular diseases and many other chronic diseases. It's because we basically do not eat what we are supposed to eat. Most of the plants are famous for a particular type of nutrient, like for instance, the orange or the lemon is famous for a high content of vitamin C. The spinach, for instance, on the other hand, is famous for its iron content. Moringa is very unusual because this single plant contains a wide variety of nutrients, but also in quite very high amounts.
When I planted those moringa in Mecca, around 5 acres, actually they're selling the fruits or plants here in LA to the Indian people and to the Asian, $5 a pound, actually. And then when Rocky Friends, the wife Alice, who is we are born at the same province. Actually, Rocky and me at the same age. We are born 1957. We are the baby boomer. Then I told the wife, okay, you are from Leyte also. You know the moringa or the malunggay. Maybe you can use that because Alice have this diagnosed with the breast cancer. Actually, perfect in this place, and you see how big is the tree. 2002, when I was doing my feasibility study in aquaculture regarding the live market of tilapia. Anyway, one of the problems that I was able to encounter that I observed, especially because in Coachella Valley, most of the tilapia farm are producing their own fingerlings. Anyway, the most expensive feeds are the feeds for fry and fingerlings. It should consist of high protein, high of these vitamins, high of that, this and that and that. So you must need a superfood for fry and fingerlings. And I am from the Philippines, and we have a tree over there that we use that is high on everything. That's proven scientifically. The moringa, or we call it the malunggay. So when I saw the malunggay that was there in the farm that they're using just for like a vegetable or but not really. So I suggested to Rocky about having this kind of research and study using malunggay to be used as for feeding to be used for hatchery, for feeding the fry and the fingerlings. However, after we planted that moringa 2003 in Mecca, around 5 acres, and now Rocky is now using it now as part of his industrial feeding of tilapia. So now he's producing now his own feeds, aside from he got now the energy, the solar power and everything. So now you can see now the what we have projected or our vision before that's now coming and being implemented. And red tilapia that I'm trying to purify, this is the only video that I was able to save. It's so important. And now comparing it now, because Rocky even accepted that it's really hard to have this red and golden orange, and as an evidence, I have held the video right now. He got only few of them. Actually, these are my F2s and my F3s of my red tilapia and golden orange when I'm doing my research and development of the broodstock of these reds way back 2002. And this is the only video that I was able to save. And this is how important those videos in aquaculture. This is the only proof that I have done it. And Rocky accepted that's really hard. Right now you can see you don't have that reds, that's what I'm showing in comparison. Some of the modern equipments that Aqua Farming Tech is using, especially there's the backhoe, okay, and Don Jose is here to give the evidence that we are here, and this is his F-150, and that is the trailer that I stayed when I was here in Aqua Farming way back 2003 to 2007, and these are the 60-footer tank that part of the modular stacking from 30-footer, then 60-footer, and then this is the like where they do the maintenance, and this is where Rocky Friends before stay, and then we have there the full grow tank. So now they aside from the so now they mix even the fruits to their feeds. Okay, Don Jose is taking some of the seeds because we're going to plant it in LA. This is now the place where they do or manufacture their feeds. Mix it specific. And they're the first one. Aqua Farming Tech is again the first one to use moringa for industrialized tilapia farming. This is some of the mixture that Rocky Friends is doing. They mix it with barley. You see, a high energy feed. You see that? Barley, and then we have here some for pulse-cell flour for calcium. Okay, then we have here some a combination of different type of what they call that, corn or a mixture of different for chicken or what, and then plus the moringa over there. So now they have a different kind of formulation. Okay, this is the moringa tree that the worker of Rocky have harvested all those small branches. That's the way they do that. They this moringa, because winter time is coming, and this will grow again, because there's some moringa here that they use, because every part of this plant or this tree can be used. It is high in all the energy and protein and everything. And this moringa, in Africa they call it never die tree, because this tree will again sprout and be like that tree over there. So this is really amazing how this tree cannot be said it's really a tree, because these are big. This is around, we planted this one maybe 2008 or maybe 2000, maybe Rocky planted around 2010. And now you see, these are the fingerlings in the 30-footer here in Aqua Farming Tech. Okay, a combination of the normal tilapia, and you can see some reds. So the 30-footer, where they grow the from fry to fingerlings. So there you are, and those are the tilapia, the normal ones. And you can see the moringa tree. It's over here with these are the 30-footer for the grow out for as you can see here. You see, all these tilapia are coming now because they're thinking I'm going to feed them. That is really beautiful, because when you start, even the tilapia, you see that? They're not even afraid, because they think it's time for feeding. There you are. You see that? That's really beautiful. They're coming here. They're like trained already. When they see a human being, they think they're ready for feeding, that even the fish can be trained. You see that? This is a documentation that really, you see, they're coming all over. There you are, they're jumping. Feed me, feed me. Beautiful. And we are ready to go back to LA after informing Rocky that I lost the videos that we have. And here on this side. So this is the place where I stayed before when I'm doing my intensive tilapia farming, and those are, let's pass by the solar panel that is now, we have here the solar panel, and this is the grow out tank. Okay, and these are the solar panel. So now Aqua Farming Tech is self-sustaining in electricity, and at the same time also in feeds. And you go there straight. No, straight, yeah. So the solar panel that is now over here, I think this is more than almost 10 acres, okay, of solar panel. Man, this is a lot of solar panels that is now, because this is the one that they're using right now, running all those big paddy wheels. See, there you are, and you go there, you see. So now it is self-sustaining even in energy. Under the tree we have the shade. Okay, so I have to, let's go to Rocky and ask for the donation that he promised to our ministry, don't say, right? The Another Chance Ministry. Of course. Okay. So,
So, tingnan mo yan. So, tatlo na lang ang hantingin mo to complete your 21 amino acids. Kita mo? So, there is no other plant that will give you 21 amino acids at 18 amino acids. Only one. Kaya ka pangagaling mo.
Yung nga kung ano nga yung nakita kong study about moringa. Isipin mo yung moringa yan si doktor, sino ba yung doktor na, I mean, naka-capsule.
Marami kami yun, binibenta namin. Kaya alas, hindi uminom yan
Ano ko nang gawa?
Pero yung capsule na yan, that's pure leaf. Ito ngayon ang product ng kaibigan ko. He contained 8 tons of it. 8 containers of it. So, ano lang ito. So, if you process moringa, yung leaf, ito ang byproduct. They contain,
Ano ba dapat?
So, yan yung mga mid-grade. Malunggay ngayon, nakain lang yun ng mga malunggay dito.
Ano pa? So, yung potential kasi ng moringa, yung kasing kanyang seeds, meron siyang bacteriostatic,
Hindi, yung pads niya.
yung pads.
So, bacteriostatic siya. Kaya
Uh-huh.
ginagamit ko yan siya sa feeds ko. Pinag-line namin yan at pinahalo ko.
At the same time, nakokontrol yung,
Yung mold,
Yeah.
yung
so with moringa, combined with the feeds, na kinukuha mo at the same time, it controls even yung may yung ibang, aside from the feeds, it controls the other, kasi may bacteria.
molds ang
Uh-huh.
sa kalaban mo dyan. Mold,
Usually pagka winter time, di ba yung sa skin.
mold ka, kalma yan. Grabe ang malunggay.
So nung, kasi nga nakita
So in the world, we were the first one that
Mhm.
recorded, created, feeds, pangganisda. Kung kinakain mo ng malunggay.
Ano ang
Walang sakit ng isda.
ano ang naman ano ang comparing nung the time nung ginagawa natin yung bang yung mortality rate.
Wala, basta may malunggay.
Oh, yeah?
Grabe. Tsaka yung lasa ng isda. Matamis.
So
Alam nila kung pinapakain ko ng malunggay at hindi. So,
Wow.
Kung yung binirita, tanong yung mga Ilocano, pinakain ba ito ng malunggay?
mhm.
Yeah, malunggay yan ngayon kasi marami akong malunggay.
Nakita ko nga
Pag yan makita.
nakita nga natin yung malunggay
Product.
hindi yung tilapia with a malunggay.
Kasi mataas yung omega-3,
Yeah.
6, and 9. So, tina-transfer niya. Yan ngayon ang sunod. Once na consistent na kami, ita-track down namin yung omega-3, 6, and 9 yung mga fats.
Kasi may
Ita-transfer niya.
Yeah.
Kasi yan ang piniklaim ng mga
Yeah,
kalaban.
yun na nga, yun na nga.
Tilapia raw is no go dahil wala
Yung
omega-3.
yung
Malunggay, doon mo.
kasi nga the reason they're claiming that kasi nga yung if tilapia will grow in a natural habitat. Kasi nga yung most of this tilapia they are grown sa farm. So ngayon naman may study kayo with the malunggay and with all these nutrients na binibigay. That ilang taon nilang ginagawa yan, Chip? 2 years. So
Yun ang goal namin. Makita ko yung seeds ko. Siguro already accumulated more than 20 million seeds. Ang kwarto yung seeds lang.
wow.
Kasi pag nag-commercialize ka niya,
Uh-huh.
you need 400,000 seeds.
400,000 seeds of ngayon yung mga moringa natin na itinanim sa Meke, anong species yun? Anong klase ng ilang?
4 leaf yun.
Ha?
For dapon.
So originally from Africa or India?
Still, most of them originated in
Alam ko yan, near Himalaya yung original na kunyan
yes, all of them originated in that area, in that region. Ngayon, yung isang variety ko dyan, ang bunga niya, 3 feet ang haba.
Wow! Gaano kalaki?
Ang seeds niya, gajolins kalaki. Yan ang for oil production.
Okay.
Meron din ako niyan.
Ngayon yung,
We have about 3 million of vaccines.
yung for oil production, ano naman yung makukuha sa oil niya?
Pagkuha ng oil, siyempre highly specialized.
Hindi nga,
oil yan, eh.
saan mo gagamitin naman yung oil ngayon na
Tingnan mo na, Google mo.
Uh-huh.
Ang ginagamit. Grabe.
for medical,
For medical, for high precision instruments,
uh-huh.
for grabe lang itong oil.
Wow.
Yan ngayon ang mahal ng oil niya.
Magkano naman ang
Meron
oil?
din akong kaibigan yan.
Magkano naman ang oil?
Involved din yan.
Magkano naman yung, okay.
Meron akong kaibigan involved yan from Turkey. Lahat ng machineries niya nandyan. Siya nag-extract ng oil noon.
Uh-huh.
Bumaba yung presyo, hindi na worth it. Kasi ang ginagawa niya, bumibili siya ng seeds sa India.
Mhm.
Dinadala pa rito. Hinintuan ng US
Yung,
yung shipment ng
Ah.
kaya hindi na niya ginawa. Pero kung nandun ka sa India, still
yeah.
stock nila yung oil. Yung kabali drum yung oil niya doon. Galing. So oil ng is precision instrument, microscope,
Mhm.
Rolex, number 1 yan. Sa Rolex yung naglagamit.
Wow.
A drop of oil.
Of
sa
the,
ulo.
yung moringa oil, ah.
Kasi hindi yan sila hindi disintegrate. Napakagaling yun.
Di ba parang,
Grabe.
parang yung whale oil.
Well, ano pa.
Yun man ginagamit,
Wala, talo sila.
talo sila doon. So far moringa,
So, basta precision instrument.
wow. Kaya nga tinawag ng miracle plant eh.
Grabe ang maganda. Ang problema mo dyan sa mga guys, all the technology at lahat ng nasa isip ng regular person
Uh-huh.
na itanong met, herbicide, what's not in the world. So we did a study on that
Yeah.
one also. Ang kailangan mo dyan is you harvest twice a week.
Mhm.
Tapos you use machinery. Now, planting mo dyan is very hard because winged siya. Mas lang makita mo isang machine ko doon na
Mhm.
planting ngayon. Yun ang magtatanggal ng fall ng seeds
Mhm.
ng malunggay. So, you cannot use malunggay seeds in a planter dahil nasa wing na yun.
Yeah,
And
yung
then,
wing.
Hindi ka magsaslide
Mhm.
sa shoot.
Mhm.
So, you take that off, you mix that with graphite para ma-plant mo siya na maging.
Wow.
Dami pang.
Kumbaga sa kanya, sabi mo nga Chip eh, even itong intensive tilapia farming, sabi mo,
Planet.
hindi nga
Yung
yung,
hyper ko daw.
Yun na nga.
Liquid oxygen.
mhm.
Laban yan, 140. One horse lang yung tumatakbo na.
Uh-huh.
Pero may naimbento ako na Venturi
Ah.
at pinasukan ko siya. Wala na. Itong mga naanohan
Oh, yun na nga, this is an obsolete. Oh, these are all obsolete, kaya nga, kako nga ganun.
Ang ano niyan ngayon is circle of life.
Yeah. That is the
The newest
is the, and then, yan din ang sinusuportahan ngayon ng government dahil nga doon sa climate change na sinasabi nila. Kaya nga
I
yung,
was mandated
Yeah.
na magawa ng ano kasi tatanggalin nila yung Laguna.
uh
Tawag yan sila rito. Sabi nila, gumawa ka na ng paraan para matanggal na yung
Yeah, dahil,
Laguna.
dahil itong Salton Sea, this is a big septic tank. Na if you can do something about it,
Hindi ka pa nakapunta dyan, ano?
Hindi pa.
Punta ka dyan. Layo-layo na ng tubig.
nagkun na.
Mauubos na yun.
Dahil nga doon sa drought eh.
Malayo na.
Dahil sa drought. Grabe yan. So, ang
Walang
concentration ngayon ng, so, ilang PPT na itong,
70.
wow! Dati nandito ako, 45
Ano,
lang.
nakakuha ko lang ng tubig kasi may eksperimento ako dyan. Gamitin ko siya sa
Yeah.
May mga series ako.
Ngayon yung salt niya,
Missing na dyan.
so nga, you can use that in industrializing the, kulang sila ng iodine, di ba? Kamo gano'n? Or something,
Wala siyang iodine.
yeah. Pero yung salt niya, you can use in other,
Yeah. Ano sa daan. Ay,
oh yeah, sa ice. So, itong, malaki ang potential nito for, kasi may salt bed nga yan na natunaw.
Siya ng disaster.
Kaya lang, alam mo yung kinakatakot ko dito? Dahil yan ano mo yung mga gases na nandun sa ilalim yan na
Wala. Lalabas talaga.
lumabas na, pagka na,
Lalabas talaga yan. Wala kang tubig.
wow,
Problema talagang malaki.
pagka disaster ito malaki.
See, you're looking at 10 years.
Wow, ako, this is a ticking time bomb. Dahil sa Africa, may lake doon. Hindi na malaman why people died.
Ay, hindi nila.
Yan, hindi nila alam. Kaya nga akong ganun eh. Alam kaya ako mga tao.
Pero ito naman hindi siguro kasi mababa siya. Yung mga lake sa Africa na nagkaroon ng gano'n.
Yeah.
Lumabas yung lumabas
Carbon dioxide, mga methane gas, sila yung mga, kasi nga,
gabi na tutulog nila,
Yeah.
pero wipe out sila. So anong ginawa ng mga scientists doon? No? Nagulog lang sila ng tube na may,
Mhm.
na may compressor o slowly, nirelease nila slowly.
Kasi yung methane gas na nandun sa ilalim niyan eh, pwede mong gamitin na maraming gamit yan. At pero yung tilapia dyan,
Extinct na siya.
sayang ba? Wala na.
Wala ka na.
Ay.
Yung original na yung mga salty.
Yeah.
Pero nakahabol ako niyan. Kumuha ako niyan ng
Tinabi mo sana.
Kumuha ko ng ilan dyan, kinross ko siya, then
Kasi-
inismagol namin sa Pilipinas kasi may area doon up north
Aha.
na mataas ang salinity.
Aha.
Yun ang ginamit nila. Tuwa sila.
Dahil ko nito eh, pure species ito eh. Saka meron lang ko nito eh, genetic drip na
Bold na yan.
sabi nga sa akin nung that is a natural treasure in which can be
Wala
used.
namang nagko-concentrate mo kung paano gamitin.
Ikaw, ba't di mo, kasi this is a tilapia that can correct, and this is a tilapia that can be used for international fish farming ba sa international waters na-cage.
May pinasok na nila sa galing Africa yung tilapia na ngayon kinikage culture na nila sa Pilipinas.
Sa dagat. Pero mas maganda ito.
Hindi, tilapia pinasok nila and then ginagamit na nila sa dagat.
Ano naman ang kwan?
Saltwater species.
Talagang, pero ito,
Wala. Talagang survive siya sa dagat.
pero ito ang talagang,
Ito, ang noon.
the number one ito. This is kasi una nga kakong ganun eh.
Evolved talaga siya.
Talagang ito, natural na nag-evolve. Hindi ba yung biglaan dahil when the Salton Sea, yung unang freshwater, way back 1950s yata, i-introduce yun, o 60s, yung galing sa Hawaii. Suddenly, daan-daan, saka na lang muna eh. And then, by the time they know, there's already tilapia center ng Salton Sea. Ngayon, that one evolved. Talagang natural ba? Walang kaya ito ang considered as the only cichlid tilapia that can survive sa salinity na anak ng pago. Pwedeng ilagay nga yan sa Red Sea eh. Well, ako ang ganun, kay Jose, you know what, Rocky, that is his baby, aquaculture. Kaya ako nung kay Jose, I'm concentrating in my renewable energy. Dahil unang-una ka akong ganun eh.
Start focus yung mind.
Yeah. And then, anyway,
Ang dami-dami ko ngayong mga invention na makakatulong sa Pinas. Problema doon ganito yan. Ang malaking problema sa Pilipinas, pag harvest during rainy season, binibentahan ng mga farmers ang palay nila 5 peso a kilo. So kunin niya ng incheck,
Yeah.
i-dry, gilingin,
Ah.
balik sa kanila ng 45 pesos a kilo. Wow.
dahil unang-una kasi,
Ano ang in between?
middleman.
Wala sila middleman, so wala silang ways to dry it. Kaya ako ng dryer na invest ko dyan na para sa kanila
Mhm.
na magamit nila, mura, magamit nila, so ang concept niya is ganito. Meron kang solar, meron kang battery,
Mhm.
meron kang heater blower,
Yeah.
fan. So, charge ng solar mo yung battery, yung heater blower fan
Mhm.
mo is DC, itong
Mhm.
battery. So, andar siya ng andar, you have an enclosure.
Yung kano?
Yan ang palay. You know,
Yeah.
so many things doon.
It's, kaya nga yung,
Ang dami ba na
Ang dami.
gagawin na instant na magawa mo, makatulong na agad.
kasi nga yung kiniklaim ko nga, okay, like Rocky Prince, we have done something out of the box. It's not because we are a businessman, we want to really help humanity. Dahil unang-una kasi, the legacy, it's like, saka isa pa,
Ganito lang oh.
yeah,
Quick lang.
kasi nga unang-una nga, the most important invention came from those people that have this kind of passion.
Parang hirap na talaga.
Yeah, dahil unang-unang nga akong ganun eh. When I was there in Rocky, being an independent researcher, everybody is laughing ba? Ay, pinagtatawanan ka ba? Na yung pag bibidyo-bidyo ko eh, pinagtatawanan nila. In which hindi, kasi nga akong ganun. I don't have to argue to anybody that don't know what is my purpose. Ngayon, yung video mga nandoon nga na ginawa natin,
Yun, pag hindi mo na
grabe ba? Kaya ko lang naman hindi kinonchip dahil nga ongoing yung kaso namin
puto ka dyan.
na the reason that I did not even touch anything. Maybe, yeah.
Ha?
Kasi nga eh,
Water or not rain? Oh, I can have one of those too. But it's not cold right now. I have to put them on the refrigerator. Then get water. Yeah, hey, this is our last day, so we need to. Then maybe if I still have summer for you, then you guys can come.
yeah.
Okay. I still have some shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kasi, kasi nga yung,
Dami chef, kaya yung ano ninyo, don't waste your time.
nope,
Don't waste.
nope.
Saka yung age natin.
Yeah.
Alam mo, ilan na lang living days ko?
Pareho tayo.
I only have 1,360 days.
Pareho tayo.
Pwede ko na yung markahan yan ng bigay.
Pareho tayo.
Kasi
Kaya,
let's say, I still have 10 years.
yeah.
Half of that tulog ako. So
Ito nga.
10 years times 365, 10 is 3,650 divided by
Mhm.
2. Yun na lang ang waiting days.
Kasi nga ako nga ganun dito
Paano
kay,
pa nga,
ako nga dito kay,
naghahabol ako
yeah.
ng mga gagawin ko na makakatulong. Alam mo, mga binabago ko niyan ngayon na invention chef.
Aha.
Yung, si Jack, itat na yun dahil yan.
Sayang ba yung, kasi yung kamukha yun ni Jack, he is willing to learn from you. Grabe ba? Ako eh, kakong ganun nga eh. Ako eh, napupambatik na, if I can only bring back,
Hey, you know, you have to mix a little diesel there and a little oil. You know,
Kasi nga yung-
so all professionals.
sa edad natin ito si Pe,
Like, kailan talaga, don't waste. You have to really,
kaya na nga kakong ganun.
I have about 2 more years dito. After that, I'm done.
Kasi nga ako nga, kakong ganun kay Donate, the reason I have chosen the ministry, because a visionary or a researcher, once you start something na ni-research mo, it branches, marami ka bang makikita. It branches to different kind of, kamukha ka ako nung una eh. I'm only thinking about putting up a business, ng kami magkapatid. When I saw what they're doing here, ako, wow. And then, I go deeper sa kung ano ba yung mga kwan. And then, kaya ako nag-start sa broodstock development dahil yung nakita ko na medyo may konting, this is the only way if you can really develop a broodstock that you know. Yan kasi yung one way, yan ang produce mo eh. So, if you have,
Ang problema, access ng different
yun na nga,
good blood.
yun na nga, kaya nga nung sinabi mo,
Kasi na pag mga hybrid ka na,
Wala na.
i-develop mo,
Wala na.
Itong nangyayari, if you breed them to have nice color, you
Mhm.
sacrifice the other
Yeah,
traits.
of course.
Pag nag-concentrate ka sa isang traits,
Yun na.
sacrifice yung ibang traits.
yung bang odds of probability that you can get this kind of color. Kaya yun sa akin yung kulay na napakaganda, that is came from Salton Sea. Sayang yung chip. Dahil yung bang nakuha na natin kulay eh. And then now, you now develop yung, hindi nga, now you develop now yung paglaki. Hindi mo na makukuha, kumaga sa tama ka chip, you have to sacrifice. Kasi yan eh, isa yan eh. So now you have the color. Kasi yung kulay na nakuha natin eh, pati yung golden orange, cherry red. Wow, kahong ano.
Cherry red, wala. Yung orange lang.
Yeah, yung cherry red.
Ang cherry red, common na yan. Yung nakuha kong bago ngayon sa Chinese na yan, cherry red.
Yung,
Utangin na niya. Dami pa rin problema kasi black chest siya eh. Hindi siya
Parang
na,
poy.
black chest kaya walang...
pero nakuha na natin yan eh, napuro na nga natin noon, kaya lang nga, yung growth rate niya, yun ang problema. So, you know, you have now,
timingan pa na nagmahal ng mahal ang fish, ang putang sabi ko.
Saka nakita ko yung ibang isda noon eh, parang may baluktot yung buntot na may defect.
Oo, tama.
Ano ka akong ganun. So, however, yung una kasing ko natin is to purify yung kulay. Then after that, yung growth rate ngayon ang titignan natin. Kasi nga, you cannot do it one time eh.
Tama.
Kunyan eh.
It's a
It's-
lifetime.
Because because you're here trying to customize ba para sa farm mo lang ba? Kasi nga, unang-una kasi, yung sinasabi niya, yung bloodline. Ang hirap ba yung development? Parang manok din, sinasabi mo lang, chip. Na- Kung wala kang alam sa genetics, yung mga F1, F2, ako nga, kaya nung, nakita ko,
Ito ang big issue naman ng Pilipinas. The only time na nagkaroon ng malaking development yan ng Philippines was only during the time of Marcos. So, time of Marcos,
Ayun si,
national irrigation system, national electrification, national road, national bridges. Nagawa yung lahat ni Marcos at this time. Nung nawala na si Marcos, not 1 foot of the irrigation was added. So I was mandated to come up with an idea. Tinawagan nila.
Kamusta naman yung,
Solar
kasi
irrigation.
si Duterte, taga Mindanao yun eh. Si Duterte, taga Mindanao, nakita ko nga yung, google ko yung mga Muslim na pumunta dito na, si the Rocky Friends who is from Takurong,
Correct.
Sultan Kudarat. You are considered their, who is now,
Pero ang problemang malaki doon, tubig.
yung mga taga CLS yun naman na nagpunta dito na may mga doctorate degree, ano naman ang ginawa?
Yun sa hatchery naman yun,
Aha.
sa pigs. Pero ang problema doon na yung tubig. So ngayon, ang well drilling technology doon, time pa ng Egyptian.
Wow.
Ibig sabihin, ganito yan siya. Ganito yan, sila. Kaya nagpo-collapse.
Yeah, okay.
So maglagay sila ng pipe. Diba? Ganito pipe. Lagay sila ng another pipe dito sa loob. Diba? Pipe yan. Tutusok nila na ito nakakonect sa pump. So, may water pump ka rito.
Yeah.
Kukuha ka ng tubig dito sa supply mo. Ipapump niya. May pressure.
Mm.
Tatamaan ang lupa rito. So,
Yeah.
i-displace niya.
Yeah,
Diba?
okay.
Siya bato, lupa. Yan ang typical na
Na ginagawa nila.
until now.
Okay.
So ngayon, ano niyan, ang utak niyan mga Ilocano. And then, habang ginagawa yon, hinihila na black na tinutusok. Remember that old
Yeah.
system. So until now, ganun pa rin. So ngayon, what happened, after na nag-decide na sila na may tubig na, sabi nila, okay, may tubig na, tatanggalin nila ito. Then maglagay sila ng pump. So pag-pump nila ng tubig dito, nagkakabitate ka dito.
Yeah, okay.
Dahil dito ka nagsasak na.
Yeah.
So pagkabitate niya, mag-collapse.
Wala
Here
na.
comes sabi niya, sir, naubos na natin yung tubig.
So, ika-clog.
Kaklag niya.
Pero hindi pa
In
rin
reality,
naubos.
Hindi.
Nag-clog lang.
Clog.
Okay.
Hindi siya nag-clog. So ngayon, kung babalikan mo siya at ipa-open mo uli,
Same thing.
na-pump ka ng 1 week. Same thing ang mangyayari.
Ah.
Because they will realize na hindi ganun ang paggagawa ng well. Kaya paano ko yan nalaman? Dahil sa exposure ko rito.
Yeah.
So what you do, pag yan ang pipe mo, kailangan yung ilalim ng pipe mo na to sarado. But since ang technique nila is ganyan tusok-tusok, hindi nila madi-displace yung material dito. Okay? You see now the point? Because your pipe needs to be closed. So when you pump, hindi magkabitate dito. Because water, ang intrusion ng water is dito sa slots niya, which is about 150,000 slots. So dito nang gagaling yung tubig.
So, dapat yung kwan mo,
So dapat, yung binubutas mo dito, tanggalin mo na ito. At may rotary drill ka na. Tanggal mo, ihulog mo itong pipe na ang slots niya is 150,000 slots. Ang tubig dito.
yung bang ginagawa
So,
ko, yung oil, sa oil. Yung ibang technology ng oil.
Basta, ay hindi technology. Basta huwag mong gawin ito. Kasi pintuwa ito din ang Egyptian.
Simple lang.
So kaya tingnan mo yan.
Yeah.
Kabitate,
Ah.
sila ng pump. Since dito ang pump nila, isasak niya from here. Eh dito, slots, puno ito ng tubig. Di ba? So yung pipe mo sarado eh.
Aha.
Slots lang siya. So yung tubig, pasok dyan sa slot. Ngayon, pag nag-pump ka, naglalagay ka ng another column dito.
Aha.
Somewhere along the line, kung dito
Yeah.
yung water level mo, dyan ka lang kumukuha. Di ba? So,
Ala.
wala. Explain ko yan sa mga engineer para mabuang sila.
Yung bangkuan mo check dito, yung pump. Kamusta naman yung water level dito?
Tumaas.
Tumaas na.
Kasi ang nangyari, ni-require kami magbayad ng may meter na yun.
O yeah?
Every month yan, every 15 days, nire-reading ng water distance.
Wow.
So mabayad ka, nire-recharge nila doon ngayon sa bundok.
Eh, itong solar mo naman,
Yan ang nag-supply.
how many yung na-reduce na yung
Laki. Yan ngayon, pag wala ka, ganito yan ngayon. Pag nagtipis pang ka,
Aha.
solar, wala kang feedmill.
patay ka. Forget it. Di ba?
It's not-
Kasi yun nga ang una mong sinabi eh. This is the first na kumakain ng especially pagka nag-expand ka na, lumaki ka na.
wala ka talaga kasi non-stop
Yeah.
yung pag-increase
Yeah.
ng electricity. Non-stop kasi dinadagdagan nila every year.
Aha. Eh, itong solar mo.
8 watts lang yan, $8 cents per watts lang yan. Ngayon, almost 37 cents per watt. Every day, tumataas.
Sino nag-maintain ng solar panel mo?
Kami rin.
Kayo rin. Ilang taon na yan, sir?
6 years na.
So pare,
Grabe.
hindi, yung bang kanyang performance so far?
This is thin film technology. This is the best na ganitong mga.
Okay.
Kaya nilagyan ko yan ng mga washer system.
Mhm.
Divert ko lang tubig. Ay, sprinkler.
Yung sa yung panel.
Yun na nga yan. Baka mamaya ikasampo.
O para ikog ba, maibigyo. Yun naman sa feeds mo.
That is where the beauty came in. Actually,
Ilang percent ang na-reduce na by manufacturing your own
pag
fish
bumili
meal?
ka ng feeds ngayon, mga ano siya, ngayon mga 40 cents.
Okay. So
Pag
with,
tumira ako ng sarili kong formulation na baba sa 18,
wala bang umu-order sa iyo?
hindi pwede check.
Oh, you are under research. Under research ka pa rin.
Hindi ito palaging ganun ka. Kasi pag nagbenta ka,
Yari ka.
papasok ka sa isang field na maraming regulation.
Yeah, of course.
So itong sarili mo lang to.
Ngayon, ito ba'y pinapand ng government for research and something? Wala pa.
Sa sariling panding. Ang dami namin. Punta nag-umpisa kami dyan ni Flavio, pala lang.
Mhm.
Pala lang kami. Now, pag pinasok ko yung malunggay,
Mhm.
drop to about 8 cents.
Wow.
Kaya ano talaga ako sa malunggay. Kaya kulit ako ng kulit ng seeds.
So how many kind of variety na yung nasa iyo?
May Nicaraguan ako. Meron akong Philippine. Meron akong India. Hindi ko na inaano yung specific variety nila. Meron akong red. Yung red na malunggay.
So meron ka nung mga pure species na kasi yan, pwede mong ikuha yan eh. Develop a certain type of malunggay na ikaw lang ang meron.
Ganda.
That is,
I think ang malunggay in
naku,
the long run.
grabe yan. Ang laking pera niyan. At saka yung cannabis. Kako nga eh.
Sabi,
Okay.
medyo ang ano yan.
Yung
you need
oil-
to
yung oil.
hook up with big
Yung-
companies.
Yung oil ang...
Kasi ang kinakalaban mo ngayon sa Colorado is mammoth companies.
well, anyway, so,
Mammoth giant.
Hindi ka sabi nga nila.
Alam mo, Jeff, scientist lahat ang nandun. Hindi na regular tao. They can afford to hire the best scientists.
Mhm.
They can afford to make the best technology.
doon ka na lang sa malunggay.
Nakat nila yung growth by another
Grabe.
how many days.
Grabe.
Pero pag tubig
Control.
ng isda, ang ano ba tawag niyan? Yung ano yan?
Yung kanila, yung...
Yun ba yan?
Yeah.
Pag
Oh.
tinira mo ng tubig ng isda, you increase it by 3 times.
Wow.
Yan ang bago nila.
Ngayon, mag-concentrate ka na lang sa malunggay. At least you're the first one.
Ano dahil, ano na yan?
Iba. Look. Bigyan mo.
Kasi alis ang marami yan.
Kasi kakakuha mo.
Contributor yan si Alan.
Yung malunggay na yan eh.
Yung health mo.
Yung health mo talaga.
Putang ina, dilinisin ka niya.
Wow. Kasi nga, meron siyang property, may detoxifying property, plus yung antioxidants niya. Anak ng ako, this is the miracle tree talaga.
Nung inumpisan ko yung malunggay at tinanggal ko yung ganyan dito, paduro, tayo na ang gamit.
Ano nangyari sa jetro ko?
Wala talaga, yung dito pa nila.
Wala.
Tinira ng bugs.
O ya,
Tinira ng bugs, hubot-hubad.
anak ng yung malunggay resistant sa kanya eh.
That's the only tree
Na-resistant nga sa mga,
natural.
yun na nga eh. Ang tawag nga sa malunggay sa Africa never die.
No, the hard to kill tree.
Anak ng, akala mo patay na lalabas na naman. Pero po,
Certified na ako. Organic certified na lahat yan.
yung
3
iyong,
years malunggay ko. Kararating lang ng certification.
Aha.
Organic certified. 3 years. Pero sikreto pag nag-organic certified ka, halos mamatay na yung malunggay mo, madam mo lahat. Kasi
Aha.
pag malinis ka at luscious, at saka manok, maraming exam, dahon,
Yeah.
combination,
Pero pagka-
nakita na
papatay na.
Oo, yun, organic. Sabi ko, gago ka na sa mga organic. Gago ka. Tagal, ika-third year ko bago ko na-paper.
Pero,
Kita mo yan dyan, puno ng damo.
yeah, pero yun na nga, nakikitil ako nga. Kaya yata kung pinabayaan ni Chipito may purpose pala. You have a purpose.
May ano na yan, so
Yeah.
certified na ayusin ko na yan.
Pero yung nasa Mecca,
Andun pa rin.
ang lalaki na siguro. Anak ng, those are things na kakuha gano'n. Na, kaya hindi ko rin makumbay yung,
Pero yan,
yung mga,
Pilipinas yan.
Oo.
Susunod talaga.
yeah, ako nga ganun dito kay Don Sri. You know what, Rocky is really, I really appreciate yung time that I've been with Rocky because I understand a lot of things. Because Rocky is a person also that will go out of the box. Those yung mga investors mo ba na hindi nila naiintindihan na yung ating mga ginawa nung na you take the risk to really learn. Kung gusto ko ako nga marami tayong pinapatay, marami tayong kinukuha dito just to get really the right na study ba. Because the negative and the positive factors na nakita natin, those are all important. Kasi sa research and development, there's nothing there that is not important. Negative is even important dahil alam mo na kung paano how to check it. Kasi i-compare mo yan And then,
One step yan.
yeah, that's
One
one
failure.
step. Everything.
Step
Yeah, to success. You have to fail
Yeah, in order
to success. Kaya yung,
Pero yan, all the
Yeah.
failures na yan is just one
Yeah.
step closer.
kaya yung ginagawa ko, Chip, na being homeless, that is what I learned how people treat a human being. Being homeless, the mo makikita
The
that
true
the
essence.
true essence, how this society, how this society works, that these people, men, ganun, shit. Even me, who will believe sa sinasabi ko, ako'y bungi, ganito yung itsura ko. However, yung ang pulis nung ako'y nakunat, may nag-aapuan, nung pinusasampa ko, how humiliating is that? Nandun ko pa sa lugar ng mga Pilipino, na dumadaan na nakakotse, alam naman makikita ka ng Pilipino ka rin, na nandun yung dalawang pulis, sabi pa nga nung sarhento you know what? Don't lie to me. Do you see this wrong? I'm well experienced, so I would like to ask something that you should answer me honestly. Okay, what's your name? Sinulat nung nasa likuran na pulis. Siguro yung training niya or what? Ako, Efren. Okay, spell it. Spell ko. Family name, ayun, Tajaman. Spell it. Your address. Kako nga, I'm not homeless, I don't have any address. Okay, your previous address. Sinabi ko. Can we see that this name is inside the car? Kung mayroon ba daw silang makikita? Okay. Kung ganon, I'm writing my journal that I lost. It's in the front passenger side of the car, and it's a black journal, and you will see that name that I said. Okay? Are you sure about this? I'm going to give you another chance, okay? Yes, sir. Pumunta ngayon. Hindi niya binuksan. pinakita mo na sa akin, is this the journal you're talking about? Yes, sir. Ang ginawa pa ng police, yung sargento. Okay, where is it? It's in the first page. Nandun ako, nakaposis pa ako eh. Nasa likuran siya, ha? Yung pulis na nandun sa likuran ko, okay, are you sure about it? I'll open it. Siyempre, witness ko, hindi mo nakikita pagbukas ng gano'n eh. Natawa yung nasa likuran ba? Kasi ano nakalagay dun eh, do you know who is Efren Mario Tacho? Kaya makita ko sa'yo, pagbuklat eh. Do you know really who he is? He is, his life is dedicated in the research and ibang ganun ba, for the benefit of the humanity. Well, ngayon, is this a joke or what? What laki pa naman papakita. Tapos pag gano'n nila, ayan na, supportado na aquaculture and everything in Google. And then pag kung niyang gano'n, talagang binuklat. And then sabi nga sa akin, what happened, Mr. Kelsman? I-explain ko. Is this car registered to you? Yes, sir. Okay. Are you using this car? No, sir. That is my, where I sleep or what. I'm homeless. And I'm doing a research in the library. And I don't use this car because it's not even it's not even registered right now. Okay. So I just use it where I stay because living here like a homeless guy is really like it will, here in LA you can be killed by anybody. So I just use that, but during the day I went inside. Sa nighttime I put it there because it's not registered, so I should park it inside the private combat. But at night I go there, so I just use that for this and that. Okay, ano yung sa akin? Sinek nila. Do you know that the plate number at the back and the front doesn't match? Yes, sir. It belongs to a Camry, the one at the back. That was junk. And one of my friends gave that because nobody, right now, my situation, nobody is believing me unless I can rewrite all my journals. And one of I finished already writing about aquaculture, and I'm still doing a lot of finishing it. And before I go to my lawyer, okay, Mr. Ferdinand, okay, now, all we have to do, at least we know this is your car, there's nothing there that was done. Anyway, just correct, upgrade everything, right? Yeah. And do you need any help from us? No, sir. At least I can still manage it. Okay. Dahil nga, nakita nga nila kasi yung what I'm doing have economic significance sa country ito, in which I don't even have to ask them. Dahil sinabi nga nung sargento that he is well-trained, well-educated, at saka nakalagay sa police car nila eh, we are here to protect and serve. Alright? Yun lang naman yung kwan doon eh. Hindi ko naman sinasabi doon sa mga Pilipino na nung nakita ngang dumating na yung kwan eh. Alam mo naman yung iba doon eh, takot ba sa mga pulis? Takbuhan na ba sila? Naku, sabi, patay na ang Efren. Wala na yung kanyang...
The last time I visited Rocky Friends is January 2014 when somebody wants to see the aqua farming tech, and during that time his resort is also open. And I think every 2 years I do visit him and try to see what they're doing, because I'm just waiting for my time where I'm going to do what I'm supposed to. Because what really changes everything when the New Global Energy bought the share of the Hilados family. When Dr. Hilado died, Big Mama wants to convert to cash already her share, but it take a while because the share of Big Mama is really almost half of the aqua farming tech